this is Mrs. Mora again. I'm coming at you today with a Excel tips for teachers, and it's kind of like my long-range planning, how I go about doing it. I showed you all my new lesson plan book, but in that book there's no place to put like your um, monthly lesson plans. Kind of like the scope and sequence, and actually the one in the Erin Condren one, I never used it. So this is how I do my long range planning. I got the idea from Teaching Madness, second grade with Amanda Madden. She had a blog post recently about lesson plans the smart way, and that was kind of like my inspiration for making this Excel file. So she has a great series. I recommend it. I haven't read it. I haven't read these three, but I've read the other ones. But she shows you how she starts with the standards, and she makes her long range goals, and then she turns them into units. The way my district calendar is set up, it's hard to do a unit for me, so I kind of monitored and adjusted. So these are kind of like some tips and tricks for people who don't like to use Excel, and I think Excel is excellent, so I wanted to share how I do it, so that if you wanted to learn something about Excel or long-range planning, this is the video for you. So Excel has different sheets. They're worksheets, and at the bottom I have quarter, reading, word study, grammar, all these different subjects that we're going to go into. So what I did is I started by taking my calendar and I put it vertically. So this is the front and this is the back, so I could print these. It'll be 4 different pages, one for each quarter, front and back. And I coded them, and I have notes in the documents, and I have links. So the idea was that I wanted a long-range calendar that I could click on it and get more information. So for example, let's say I have a great file or activity to go with story elements. You know how you have all your materials in different places? I wanted to be able to click on this link and it would open up this sheet with more information about that standard. Ideas I have, centers I have, so that I could get it ready. So the one that I have the most set up is the art section, so I'm going to use that to show you the tips and tricks. So let's go ahead and, first of all, some tips for Excel. Excel is very, I think it scares people, but it's actually not that hard. One thing that I love doing on Excel is merging cells. So I have down this side my calendar, right? Each day that I have school. And I did highlight different like midterm grades. The gray ones are no school, 4-day week, 3-day week, and grades, or a change made by me because I changed it from my calendar just a little bit. So I decided I'm going to show the days here and then merge the cells to put information. So how do I merge a cell? So if I wanted to merge, I would highlight it and click merge and center. So now whenever I type in here lesson plan for art, it is all centered. So one thing, and it has wrap text. Whenever you're doing this and you write a lot, you need to click wrap text so that it goes down to the bottom. Obviously mine's too big, so let's put it as 11. So if I don't wrap text, that's what it looks like, one long line. But if I hit wrap text, it makes it go underneath into the middle space. So you can also align it so that it goes to the top using this button, the middle, or the bottom. I always use the middle because I like how pretty it looks. Then you can make it go to the side, the left, the middle, or the right. So when you merge, it says center, it automatically makes it centered here. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is hyperlinks. So here is the awesome part about hyperlinks inside an Excel file. You can add hyperlinks not only to websites, but to different documents or to different sheets inside your Excel documents. So when I click on the blue words, it takes me a certain place. So the Mixed Up Chameleon, that's our Hardcourt series. Under here, I'm going to put all the spelling words so that I have them here, and then I'm going to have them by differentiation levels. So I could click and hit a hyperlink to move it back to my other. Here, I'll show you. The art one's easier because it's done. So if I click on here under the art lessons, it's going to take me to the website where it has the lesson that I found, the art lesson. So here it has the lesson on the dots. Then if I go back to my Excel, if I click on here where it says materials and I click 1, it's going to take me to the sheet down here, but I don't want to have to go down there and click it and find it. So if you click on it, it automatically takes you there and it highlights 1. These are all the supplies that I need for that project. So I have supplies, I have things that I need to pre-make, donations that I might need to ask parents for. I'm going to move this a little. If I double click here with my mouse the way it is, it's going to make it move to the exact width that you need depending on the text. So just FYI, another Excel tip. Then I made it so that if I click on the number, it's purple right now because I've already clicked on it. But if I move to a different one, they're all purple. So if it's blue, it's going to take you back. So if I click here, it'll take me to that same website because I wanted it here in case I wanted to click over. But if I click here, it'll take me straight back to the quarter sheet that has the long-range plans. So I did that for most of them, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. So my next art project is Frida's Bonito. So I'm going to go to this, I'm going to click here. Over here it's highlighted the cells that I need. So this is 93, and you do the letter then the number. So this is N93. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the art, and I'm going to move it down to number 9. Here's number 9. I'm going to right click, hyperlink. Okay, here it says, this is the normal page that shows up, and if you're going to click it, if you're going to send it to a website, you copy paste the website link here. If you're going to link it to a document inside your computer, you browse the folders here. I'm going to hyperlink it to a place in this document, so I'm going to click there. And I said it was N96, I believe, and that's in the quarter sheet. So down here it says quarter. That is the sheet that I want. I'm going to hit 96 and hit OK. Now I'm going to see how it's blue. I can click it and it'll take me straight to that cell. 90. Oh, it was 93. And I put, because it's merged, it clicked there even though I put 96, even though it's supposed to be 93, the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. So I'm going to go back to art. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit edit hyperlink this time. I'm going to put 93. I'm going to hit, and it's grayed out that I selected quarter. Hit OK. Now I'm going to click it again and it's going to take me back. This one, I want to hyperlink it to this art one here that is A53. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the quarter, hyperlink A53. And this time it's going to be in art. Okay, so if I click there, it took me straight to A53, which is the supplies that I need for that one. So I would click and drag. So one thing, I already put these links on that other sheet, so I'm going to click back. Instead of making the hyperlink all over again, I just move my arrow keys on my keyboard, not my mouse. If I click with my mouse, it's going to take me to the link. But if I move with my arrows, I'm going to be able to select this. I'm going to do Control C, which is copy. Click the link again, and then move back over here and Control V, which is to paste it in. So now I have all these set up, but I don't have enough spaces. So let's say when I'm typing them in, I need to add spaces. I'm going to go over here. I need to add a space above this. So a row. So I'm going to right click on the number 58 row. I'm going to hit insert. If you do that, it's automatically going to move all of your information down and add a row here. So I can do another one, insert, and then if I highlight two cells and hit insert, it's going to insert two rows. So that is just some FYI. So if you want to add more than one at a time, it's possible. So now I have enough space to add the materials I need. I would click on Frida's Bonito. It would take me to the website. I would look at what supplies I need and I would enter it. So I also wanted to talk to you about text alignment. Oh, which I already did. So now I'm going to be able to go through each one. Oh, look here, donations needed is cut off a little bit. I'm going to double click. Oh, it opens it too much, so I'm going to close it just a little bit. So that just gives you an idea of how to maneuver Excel just a little bit. Also, another thing that I like to do is, say I put this here but I wanted to move it. If my cursor has the crosshairs like that, I can move it to a different spot. Now if I try to move it on top of another merged cell, it's going to tell me I can't do that. So make sure, like, if you're moving things around, you don't overlap a merged cell. So that's just some tips and tricks, and I also showed you how I do my long range plans. I merged them to show the length of the week. So for example, narratives in writing is for 4 weeks, and I show that by merging the cells. So this is just a little quick update of how I did mine. And then the weeks that I don't have any content for that subject, I just hit grayed it out with the fill in the cell button here. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and please be sure to subscribe. Thanks again. This has been Mrs. Mora.